spiritual baddie here.
Today I'd like to discuss with you frequency from my perspective, totally intuitively channeled. Frequency is the language of this realm. Every single thing vibrates at particular speeds, and this creates a frequency. From solids to liquids to gas, everything has a frequency. If it exists, or even the spaces in between things that you can see physically existing, it has a frequency. I open up this discussion by explaining my perspective of frequency because I'd like to talk about such a delicate matter, the matter of change. People have a hard time with change. The idea of acquiring new habits, new thoughts, new actions, even though they may have moments of internal rational discussions where they agree with themselves that this change is needed to get on a specific path. Somehow it seems so unattainable sometimes for most. When we think about the idea of changing, what are we really wanting to change? Could it be our frequency? Could it be our resonance? Could it be the rate at which we vibrate? Yes, it is. This is what we are wanting to change at the very base. It can be difficult for people to embrace change because of where they currently are. They are vibrating at a specific frequency, a very familiar and comfortable frequency. And as we all know, like attracts like in that sense, where your frequency will match to a similar frequency in your environment. No matter where you go, no matter who you're with, somehow, some way, you will seem to connect with similar frequencies. So how can we tap into making changes with our frequency? Well, we all know that changing subconscious belief systems will work for the simple fact that you will be implanted with suggestions of a different frequency until this starts to affect your dominant thought pattern and ultimately affects the frequency that you emit, changing your actions, thoughts, and outcome, situational outcomes, your experiences. It's a beautiful thing. I love knowing that we have tools. I love that. That fulfills me. And you have tools as well. That's one way. Another way to change your frequency is by changing what you allow to penetrate your sphere, your world. We've got this aura that is all around our bodies. Some people's auras are really, really big, and those are the ones that are so charismatic mostly and very alluring and attractive, and people are drawn to them because of their big, large, exuberant aura. And others have smaller auras. Maybe they are dealing with levels of trauma or conditions that cause them to be more enclosed, and they have less movement within their chakra systems. So, another way to influence and change the rate of our frequencies is with food. Now, this is very touchy. I see sometimes a lot of debate about food, what to eat, what not to eat. I say this: everything has a particular frequency. And if you are trying to attain certain things, you need certain keys. You need those keys. I'll give you some keys, like Nas said. And DJ Khaled. I'll give you some keys. Diet is a really big one. Sometimes people won't even make the decisions that they need to make because their diet does not allow for clear thinking. Their diet does not allow for the follow through. They may know something is good for them. They may want that thing, but something within their chemical makeup, whether it be stress, excess thoughts, imbalance, so many variables cause them to not have the follow through. And so through diet, when the mind is at least allowing them to see clearly and make clear decisions, then they can start to consciously choose things that will benefit and sustain them. So it is a very simple yet intricate type of situation. When the mind is clear, people are able to make better decisions, and this is fact. They can sometimes see something and rationally know, okay, this would benefit me, but somehow there is a block. This leads me to the next explanation. Okay. Within your aura are many thoughts vibrating at various frequencies. And when these frequencies are considered comfortable for other thought form entities, then they take up space there within the aura. And they may be very comfortable with the way you are right now, stagnant sometimes, depressed sometimes. Oh yeah, there are beings that prefer that environment. I kid you not, right? So, changing the diet is one way to drastically, boom, switch up the frequency, because you're taking in different types of food with different types of frequency, and that can be a gateway to making better decisions. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to eat, what not to eat. It's not my place. I will only tell you that different foods have different kinds of frequencies. Some foods are triggers. They have a frequency that causes discomfort. Some foods are like that. They can trigger a person to negative reactions. The other reason that some people may struggle with change is literally because of physical entities that take up space in the brain and the body, in the intestines, parasites. Now, parasites are on their own mission. And I know parasites love an acidic environment. As far as I know, I think they do. That's what they prefer, right? It's up to you. No one can make you do anything you don't want to do. It's all what you decide. It's all what you think you're worth. What are you worth? Are you worth being a home to high vibrational energy? Do you want to have angels hanging out in your aura? Or would you like to have a stenchy energy leaching from your own energy, causing you to be tired too often? Causing your eyes to close in the middle of conversations, or not being able to give your brain enough energy to stay alert when you need to. Something's eating your energy. That's a big, big sign. Also, besides this idea of choosing different foods with different frequency, using hypnosis and hypnotherapy to change the core belief system, these are ways. You see, there is no one way. It works hand in hand, simply because there are so many processes for us to climb out of this, whatever you want to call it, but so much of this should be common knowledge, but it's not. It's available to the elites. They're doing it. They know. You know, it's about time that everyone became aware and active about their awareness. No more banter back and forth about guessing about things. Like, no more of that. Let's cut right to the solutions. Yeah, let's get right to it. This is my current frequency. This is the frequency that I'm on. I'm on the frequency of making it happen. Enough. When is enough? When is it time? Right? So again, diet is a good starting place. Things that you ingest. So diet, movies. Are you staying up late night watching horror movies? Blood, stabbing, shooting. How's that working for you? Is it bringing you pleasure? What part of it is it feeding? I mean, are you enjoying it, or are maybe the parasites swimming in the acidic environment? Are they enjoying it? Who's really enjoying this? Or maybe it's, whatever's caught onto the aura, causing you to thirst for this type of trauma. It is, okay? When you're watching and viewing something and your brain is having reactions and various chemical secretions, it doesn't know that it's a movie. It doesn't perceive a movie versus real life. It's just kind of the same chemical, right? So I know that there's also like chemical addictions in the brain. So the brain gets addicted to particular chemicals, and then you crave a particular thrill so that you can reproduce this chemical. And so I say to you, choose viewing that nurtures you. It's not hard. Laugh. Comedies. Romance. I love romance. And interesting dramas without too much drama, if you get my drift. Those are good. Also, documentaries about nature. It's pretty good. I'd recommend that. Also, what are you listening to? Is the music that you're listening to edifying? I know I sound like Sister Joyce from church, but it's the truth. Stuff that you ingest has to do something for you. It cannot be just blank. Blank. I mean, for me, a blank is just a comedy. Like, I like Adam Sandler. I like him. He's just goofy and funny. And I mean, I guess it's not, well, it makes me laugh. So that's edifying, because then I laugh. And I'm not laughing at morbid things. I'm laughing at, like, stupid humor, right? So we all got our vices. I'm just saying, choose vices that lead you uphill as opposed to downhill. Music, movies, magazines, circles. Do you have circles that nurture you? And I don't mean circles that are pretty much, you know, there for the drama, but circles that are there for the good times. You know? You gotta make sure that, you know, when people are looking at you, that, and I know it's really hard to tell, but generally you want to be surrounded by uplifting energy that says, you can do it. You can do it. You did it. You are awesome. That's the kind of energy you want to be around. You got to choose it. If you want to consciously move towards your goals, dreams, and desires. If you want to open up that package and look at your purpose, you've got to find ways to feed your passion. You got to do it. No one else can do it. It's a simple fact. So, every single thing is vibrating on particular frequencies. Colors have a frequency of their own. That's why some colors are worn on interviews, and some colors arouse sexual desire and passion. Can you guess which color that is? You know, everything has a frequency, and so plants, also planets. Check out my deep sleep hypnosis to activate your chakras. It's very potent. It's made with 528 hertz frequencies, and 432 hertz frequencies is the rate that I recorded at. So it's got this combination of that, and plus it puts you into a theta state brain wave, and that is perfect for new suggestions to be implanted. So this is an excellent tool to reprogram your subconscious mind, to give you a boost into starting to make decisions that serve you. This is literally why I made it. I knew what I was doing. there are some other details about it. For example, there are Sanskrit bija seed sounds that activate different chakras, and that is included. Planets are included, and even food. So I give your subconscious mind an experience of being bathed in chakra elements with words and affirmations that influence the chakras to be nourished, to be released of stagnant energy, and to move to a place of wellness. Speak life. That's what I do. I speak life. And so it's really good. It's a really good tool. I use it. I use it. It's awesome. When I have a night of listening to that while I drift off to sleep, it's an hour long. So I put it on, I go to bed, and the next day I find that something that was a struggle for me when I wasn't listening to it, now I'm doing it and I see myself. It's like I'm transforming. There are things that I'm doing now that I wasn't doing before. Okay, I love that I'm talking about this right now. I didn't plan on it, but we're talking about frequency. We're talking about change. We're talking about making change, right? Okay. My mental acuity has sharpened. I was bagging some veggies. Okay, so now apparently I pre-chop veggies and put them in the freezer. Okay, that's completely new. I've heard this a year ago. Oh, I'm the perfect example, guys. Everything I say to you, I somehow can connect it to me because this is real life. So one of my dear teachers, we were having a conversation and she mentioned this in brief. It wasn't a topic. It was just something she mentioned. And it lodged in the back of my mind. I thought, oh, that sounds smart. But I never acted on it. I never acted on it. I just acted on it just a month ago. Like, when I say acted on it, I got the Ziploc bags, that took some time. I got the new cutting board and I acted on it. And I'm telling you, there's no better feeling than watching yourself transform. Trust me on this. So I cut my veggies and I was storing them. And as I was storing them, I picked up a bag. And instantly, I knew that bag was somehow bigger than the rest. Just a flash. It's not like I didn't examine it. I wasn't expecting it. And so I thought, is this a multi-pack? So I measured it with another bag, and guys, it was just this much bigger. Where is it? What's a good way to show you? Yeah, okay. So you see that tip? See this tip of the pen? Yeah, where it's really red? It was just that much bigger. But instantly, I knew that it was bigger. And that might mean nothing to you, but for me, I admire mental acuity. That's something that I admire in myself. So that was a new thing that happened. What else new happened? Oh yeah, I think cutting the veggies, that's new. I've never done that before. And now I have a freezer with like meal prep. So when I go to make dinner now, it's going to be like, grab the veggies, boom, done. When I go to make a soup, easy, done. Like, that's really awesome. My memory is really good. I was trying to remember my PIN number for something that I hadn't used in, it felt like close to 4 months. That's a long time. And then I just said, like, I just typed in something and it was right. And I totally had a moment where I was like, what? That's right? What? it was just, so that was really amazing. And there's so many other small things. They seem small, but what's happening, it proves to me the realignment, the refreshing of cells, the improving of thought pattern, and it shows me the strength of the connection between thought to reality, thought to action. That's a big one for people. They'll sit there, great ideas are raining down all day. But when do they ever take action? And that's what I refer to all the time when I talk about stagnant energy. I'm here to bust down some stagnant energy, because that is what keeping people from their goals and their joy, like their real joy. I can identify people walking around with this energy. Oh guys, I have another video coming for you. I'm going to be talking about physical looks and how it connects to the chakras and different damage, because there is a connection, and that's a topic for another video. So if you haven't seen my video on fear, please take a look, because I gave some really good examples and exercises that will allow you to release fear and show you the way. That's what I'm here for, to help to show you the way as I'm showing myself the way, right? You know, I want you all to come along, right? That's what I want. That's why I make these videos. So thank you for watching. You've been tuned into a spiritual body, and I will see you on the next video.